XRP holders, we got to talk. Ripple, XRP's parent company, is now a bank. Okay, what does that mean for XRP? We're going to be talking about this. So without further ado, welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Anything I say in this video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's hop into it. All right, guys, I want to start off here over on Twitter. Breaking, this is Crypto Sensei. He says, breaking, Ripple is reportedly transitioning into a fully licensed financial institution under the name Ripple National Trust Bank. Yes, they are. And it's pretty fascinating because I kind of saw that this is where we were headed. I think that a lot of the main crypto actors are probably going to be moving towards this. But with Ripple, it was clear as day. They filed for their stable coin. And the right pathway, in my opinion, for a crypto project, we'll call it, crypto project, XRP, it's more than a project. It's a massive business at this point. But they were in bed with the politicians. They launched a stable coin. And now they're going to become a bank. And I mean, that makes complete sense. And because a lot of these banks don't offer custody of crypto. And I think that it's going to take a crypto company to come out here and actually do this. I think this is very bullish for Ripple, guys. So looking at XRP right now, I want to show you guys what has happened over on this chart. So we haven't talked about Ripple since we saw this massive drawdown, this massive liquidity event where we came all the way down to below $1. Okay, absolutely disgusting. I'm not going to lie. If you were to measure this move, you're talking about a 68% drawdown from this area here. And now, if you might be saying, Blacksea, what is up with that? That little green box and the little red box. Well, if you guys remember, I was talking about being in a potential long position, and I was looking to take some profit on the way up to $3.31 if we continue to move up here. Well, this is why you have stop losses, guys, because obviously we saw a massive breakdown here. A massive. I mean, honestly, though, like, how can you predict a black swan event? You can't, and I will call this a black swan event. It's really strange because a lot of people are like, oh, well, it was China and the tariff news. No, it wasn't. It was the market makers in the crypto space, the massive crypto exchanges that it behooved them to show that they were going to put the price down. I mean, it didn't show it, but look at it. It's right in front of you. But it behooved them to shove the price down as far as they could. And obviously, they made tons of money because $20 billion got liquidated. But I digress. We've talked about that plenty enough. The real question is, what is going on with Ripple now? Well, we are holding above $2.35, this yellow line. I like that. Do I expect a bounce here to new all-time highs? Unfortunately, guys, no, I do not. I think that right now is a very tricky position to be in for not only altcoin holders, but really crypto investors as a whole. Because when I look at this chart, guys, unfortunately, this looks pretty despicable. I think that obviously this wick here is way crazy manipulation, and it doesn't mean, like, usually, because I'm about to say, usually you want to see the candles fulfill the wick, but I mean, can that happen? Yes. Do I think that happens right now? No, I don't. But I will say, I will preface this, guys. I'll let you in on I'll come correct with you on my bias here. I am short on a lot of altcoins right now, but I am long on Bitcoin because I do think that we are due for a bounce here on Bitcoin and altcoins. And guys, do not forget that XRP is the it's the fifth largest altcoin crypto right now in the world. And they are making big moves, guys. They are trying to become a bank here, and looks like they are going to rebrand into, what was the name? Ripple National Trust Bank. Like, I think that is massive for their brand, and I think that's massive for the XRP token, and I think it will cause even more recognition for their crypto. And I think this is kind of the step for them to integrate into all those financial institutions, because if they are their own bank, they have their own banking licensing, then there's no reason why they can't be in cahoots with other banks. And really, that's going to snowball quick, in my opinion. Now, I want to say, like, on Twitter, follow me at 333Blacksea. I say it is the season for high leverage scalping, playing with layer fluid and a blowtorch, but making some cash. And I think that that's the time of this market right now for altcoins. Now, I say I'm short on alts, but guys, like, I'm scalping. I have very, very tight stop losses on a lot of these coins. And right now I'm long Bitcoin. I longed off of 106,000, which basically was like the bottom at this point. The trade is still open, and I'm seeing where this takes us. And I know it's 500x leverage. It's absolutely insane. I'm not saying that you should do that. No one should use 500x leverage unless you're playing around for fun, really. That's how I was treating this. Now, when I high leverage scalp, I'll use maybe 20x leverage, and I'll be in and out, in and out. But all in all, just having some fun with some 500x leverage. I'm long Bitcoin and I'm short alts. If you guys do want to trade as well, feel free to check out in the pinned comment section or description box below. We have a 10% bonus on all deposits to BTCC, and they have up to 500x leverage. I had to do the 500x leverage on the Bitcoin long because I've never experienced that kind of leverage. And I wanted to play around with it and see what it was like, so I checked it out. And check out all the awesome affiliate links down below, guys. Help support this channel. Take advantage of the lucrative sign-on bonuses. And yeah, guys, that's about it. So let's take a look here. XRP's at rank 5 right now, down about 7% in the past 7 days, catching a little bit of a bid here up to, in the past 24 hours, about 1%. And we're sitting at about $142 billion market cap. Still significant. Like, I kind of forget when I don't look at XRP for a while. It's a lot of money, $142 billion for where we're at in this market right now, for how the market feels. The market feels like, and let's just look at this. Alt season is at 26. Fear and greed is at a 30. It was at like a 28 the other day. I think it came as low as 24. People are pretty spooked. People think that the market is getting ready to come down. I get why they're saying that. If you look at Bitcoin, if you believe in the 4-year cycle, we are about at the end of the 4-year cycle, potentially. And but a lot of people are saying, well, the 4-year cycle is gone now. But I think personally, if we're talking about the 4-year cycle, I think that the 4-year cycle is what we have as the best data that we have out of everything. And I want to be going off that until the fat lady sings, and that's probably not until the 4-year cycle will not be confirmed broken until really like the end of Q1 2026. So I think it's pretty soon to be saying that the 4-year cycle is broken unless we're seeing like new all-time highs into Q1 of 2026. But all in all, that's my piece on that. So looking at this, Bitcoin's at about 108,000. Bitcoin dominance rallying a bit, basically where it's been at for the past couple weeks here. ETH can't get over 4K, and I think that you need to see Ethereum over $5,000 and kind of holding above that level to see Bitcoin dominance flush out and to see XRP make a move higher here. Now, I will say, though, like I said, holding at 235 is good, but man, like, this wick here is rough, guys. It's rough. I don't like it. Now, I know that some people say, like, well, I'm just going to keep buying. I'm just going to keep buying. I get that. But, guys, just know that I am an altcoin trader and a Bitcoin investor. I trade altcoins to accumulate more Bitcoin. That is what I do, okay? Now, everyone can have different strategies, different thesis. That's fine, but I'm just telling you guys how I am navigating these markets here. And like I said, I tried to long it. I really did. I tried to long it when we started to rally up here, and I got a little bit of profit on it, but I obviously got stopped out because look at this move. I can look at this move all day. Like, this move is absurd. It is absolutely absurd, going from $3 to under $1. Like, oh my gosh. Now, looking at Bitcoin here, there's some important things to be talking about if you're thinking about where XRP is going to be headed here in the not so distant future for the remainder of Q4. We are sitting on the 200-day moving average, okay? I expect a bounce on Bitcoin here to about 116,000 or at minimum 110,000. And we saw that. We're at about 108K right now, so we're not that far from 110K. When we came around here, I opened a long around 106,000 because I said, we're hitting the 200-day moving average. I expect a bounce. I don't expect this just to continue to go straight down. You got to have a little bit of a bounce here. Now, the question is, what happens if we don't bounce to at least 110,000 and we start spilling over? I would say, yeah, guys, like, there's a good chance that the bull market's over. I know. I'm telling you this how I'm seeing this. Now, I've been trading crypto for nearly a decade, over a decade at this point, and I've been through a lot of these cycles. And, yeah, it's a very confusing time right now because half of the timeline, like the crypto Twitter timeline, is saying it's so bearish, so that's why I'm bullish. And other people are saying, I'm so bullish, and that's why it's bearish. It's very confusing times right now. But I will say that if if you're following the 4-year cycle, you should probably be expecting continuation here. If you are expecting the 4-year cycle to be intact, you should be expecting, I'm saying expecting a lot, my gosh. If you're expecting to see a move to the upside, you got to see it sooner rather than later here, guys. You got to see it like bounce and break through 116K, like probably before the end of October, which is possible. October is the most volatile month of the year by far for crypto and stocks. But if we don't see the bounce soon, like we are running out of time here, guys. Okay, so like that's just my opinion on this. Now, when it comes to Ripple and XRP, you need Bitcoin to bounce here if you want XRP to not just completely break down. I will be honest, guys, like altcoins have had a rough patch here this cycle. And yes, like Ripple has performed well, but a lot of people are expecting $10, $5 price predictions. And, $10, I had my price prediction of $5.66. If we were to treat this as a massive W pattern, right? And I will say, like, there's bullish price structure here, but I was accounting for this W pattern breaking out to the upside when we were making new all-time highs to see continuation, and we didn't get that. We got rejected, okay? Now, can we go to $10? Can we go to $5? I think that it's possible, but it really is going to have to be a perfect storm here. I really believe that, you're talking about a $300 billion market cap for $5. It's not that crazy. But you need the Fed to pivot. You need them to cut interest rates. Maybe you need Trump to bring stimulus checks, and you need that to happen soon. So it's a ticking time bomb, really, to see if we are going to be getting these high price targets. But I will say, if the 4-year cycle doesn't exist anymore, then all this means nothing. Then we're just breaking down for a little bit, and this is a buying opportunity. But I'm not willing to make that bet. I'm high leverage scalping altcoins right now. I'm long Bitcoin. And we'll see what the price structure looks like in November. That's how I feel about it right now. But I do think that Bitcoin could bounce here. I'm betting on it. But I think 116,000 is the most important price target to be looking at for further continuation for Q4. But that's all I got, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel now, sign up to BTCC, get that 10% bonus on deposits, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.